Recently, I've been trying to complete the original set of 12 Disney Funko Pops. And I am doing pretty decent so far. We only need 4 and then I have the entire set. And today I happen to have somewhere that I think could help us complete this entire thing. But before we get going, I actually got a package in the mail that is one that we needed for this collection. And so I figured we might as well open this one up before we get going because it's pretty exciting. Oh, also, by the way, I ordered this from Franchise Kicks. And here we go, everybody. I believe this one here is actually one of the most expensive from this set, so that's why I went and ordered it online, and normally I wouldn't do that. But this one just seemed like it was gonna be so tough to get in person, so I decided to order it and take a look at that, guys. It's the original Mike Wazowski. Something else that I really enjoy is that it does have the Disney Store logo, which means you had to pick it up there. It's also really cool to see the back of the box and take a look at every single one that we're still missing, which isn't very many. And now with Mike Wazowski in the collection, we are only missing 3 till we have the entire first set complete. And if you're wondering which ones those are, it is Pinocchio as well as Woody and Sully, so we are getting close. But the thing is, we're not going to be finding them here, so we've got to get going because I've got a pretty cool place that I think you guys are going to be excited about. At this church. And I know what you're thinking, Tristan, are you crazy? Well, there's actually a Funko Pop Convention happening inside, so let's go. See, look guys, I told you. It looks like it was a good idea to come today because this place is wall-to-wall Funko Pops. Usually at conventions, a few tables will have figures, so I'm sure I'll find at least one I need from the first set. And just to remind everybody what we're looking for today, it is Woody, Sully, as well as Pinocchio. Fingers crossed we can find any of those. And now I understand that I do already have this one, but I figure I might as well show it. It's number 10, Tinkerbell, still cool to see. Oh, and then right behind me, they have some more expensive figures, and in that spot, they actually have the original Mickey Mouse with the Disney Store logo. I don't need this one specifically, I already have one version of Mickey, but if you guys want to take a look on the back, this is from the set that we're working on. And now this isn't from Series 1, but I figure I might as well show it. They've got Eve, as well as Chip, Disgust, Hector, Chef, and the Chase Mo, a lot of really great Disney stuff. Now, Pat, I gotta ask, have you seen any Disney ones around here?
I think I've seen a few, but I'm not too sure where.
Okay, I'll have to keep digging. Now, I came across another booth here with some pretty interesting Disney stuff, as well as some other ones that I figure I might as well show, like this signed Gabriel Iglesias figure. And then we've got an out-of-box Lots one. I'm not sure if this is the original one or the newer one, but it looks original. And then going over a little bit, I want to show you guys this over here, the Facet Tinkerbell, which I did order but hasn't arrived yet, as well as a couple others, like, take a look at this one, guys, an Alien Remix as Kevin. Oh, and now here is one you don't see very often, Turbo Man for 20 bucks. Now, I gotta show you guys this table because it is a complete Funko convention. It goes all the way down. There's gotta be hundreds of different ones on this aisle alone. And now I wanna show you guys this one Disney figure that I ran into that I don't think I'm gonna be getting because of the price, but I still gotta show you. Take a look. It is the metallic Dumbo for $1,200. Crazy to see in person. Take a look at this here. It is a little bit closer up. I mean, this is just such a crazy figure, limited to 480 pieces. And then when you flip it around, okay, this one's part of Series 5. So once we get here, maybe this will be the one we go for, but for right now, we're still working on Series 1. Now, it looks like, everybody, this is gonna be the one we're finding the most today, Tinkerbell. Now, this is the Diamond Edition version, and I know I picked up the normal one in, I believe it was episode 1, and I actually have this version as well already in my collection. Otherwise, because it is only 25 bucks, I probably would have went for it. Oh, and then I didn't even notice, guys, right above that, a bunch of different Sullys, but not the one we're looking for. Now, I found another booth here, and I'm kind of building up to the cool ones that I ran into, because they are some Disney ones, but the problem is these are Series 2, which we are gonna be doing, I hope, next after we finish the first one, but for now, we're just gonna be looking at them, and seriously, they are crazy to see in person, both Syndrome and Mr. Incredible. Hold on, everybody, I have to interrupt the hunt because apparently we won a door prize. And so apparently I can pick anything off the table, but Mom, I noticed that you might want something here. Did you want to go for it?
Why? What would you think?
Oh, you just pointed out Phyllis. I don't know if you want Phyllis.
Do we have Phyllis?
I don't know. I might. I think I do.
Okay.
We could go for a soda. Oh, Slimer. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna go for, yeah, let's go for the Slimer soda. It's pretty fun. Anyways, back to the hunting, and it looks like I found a giant table of Disney stuff. Now, the question is, do they have any from the original 12? Like, I'm seeing some older stuff like Jasmine, as well as Mowgli over here, Sir Hiss, and then up in the top corner there, like Prince John. But I'm not seeing anything too low yet. Like, we've got another Eve, we've got Ariel, we've got Merida, and actually, these ones here aren't that bad. Eve for 35. Ooh, oh, but there's a little bit of damage. Still, not bad. And I guess the closest thing to what we're looking for today would be this black and white Woody from Toy Story, but it's not number, what, like 6 or 7? I forget which one it is exactly. Actually, hold on, guys. We can check exactly what number he is. Oh, well, never mind. Because Mickey was available for so long, sometimes they only put the ones that were available at the time, and I guess it was those 4 on the back. Now, I feel like at this point, guys, I should be showing you other figures besides Disney, but I just love to dig through them. Like, we've got another Tinkerbell, we've got the Beast, and then I noticed this genie down here And then if you look at the back, they actually have the original number 54 going for $500. Okay, hold on, guys. Now, I know it doesn't have a box.
Same price. I won't go up higher on it.
Hey!
And you get the dome.
You know what? It's close enough, guys. We'll take it. Really quickly, if you guys want to take a bit of a closer look, here it is a little bit closer up for only $50. You can't complain. A lot of older Funko Pops can be found without a box at a much cheaper price because people weren't collecting them for value at the time. Back in 2011 and 2012, you could find pretty much any rare Funko Pop for around 40 to 50 bucks. And even I'm guilty of throwing out my first few figures boxes. So maybe for Pinocchio, we'll find one in the future, but for now, it's a great addition to the collection. All right, now here is another section of Disney figures I've got to show you guys. We've got Maleficent Diamond Edition, we've got Mrs. Potts and Chip, Bambi, then up at the top there, the first time I've seen it here, Goofy, which is a really rare one. And then to the left of that, I'm also noticing Grumpy and a few others, and I know it's kind of hard to see with the glare, but still, some amazing pops back there. Oh, now here we go, guys. Finally, another one from the first 12. We've got Maleficent. Sadly, one that I do already have, but hey, we still gotta show it. Looks like we came across another Sully here, but this is the Make-A-Wish version. Actually, a pretty cool one, and if you don't have it, I definitely recommend picking it up, but again, it's not what we're looking for today. And just like that, everybody, we are out of the Funko Convention, and besides Pinocchio, I did end up picking up 2 more original Disney figures, not Series 1, but I'll show you them later when we get back to the office. All right, everybody, so it is now a week later, and I've got another show that we're gonna be going to, but before we do that, I wanted to show you guys the stuff that I picked up at the last show. And really quickly, let's start with the door prize that I got, because honestly, I did not expect to win, and I was able to get a Slimer soda. And so I figured really quickly, maybe we'll get something good on this, possibly the chase, which could boost our luck when we go to that other place today. And I'm not telling you what it is yet, just because I feel like you guys are really gonna enjoy it when we get there. And so here we go, everybody. Are we gonna be getting the Slimer with hot dogs in his mouth? Ah, it's just the common. And honestly, even though it is, it's still a really great soda and a fun thing to win. And now let me tell you guys which Funko Pops I ended up grabbing, because it was some interesting stuff. One of the ones that we needed for the collection, as well as 2 others I was eyeballing pretty much the entire time I was there, and on the way out decided to go for it. And those 2 that I'm talking about are Mr. Incredible as well as Syndrome, 2 figures for Series 2. And I understand that we're working on Series 1, but I still think it's fun to pick these ones up because eventually we're going to be working on Series 2. And I know we saw Syndrome in episode 1 of us trying to finish off this set, so to find it again today I felt was pretty lucky. Also, if you guys want to take a look on the back of the box, I'm only missing 4, then we have the complete set of Series 2, so we might even be finishing this one before we finish Series 1. But I don't want to jinx it because we are getting really close to finishing it off, because I was able to get this one here, which I showed you guys a little bit of, but didn't show you much. Because here's the thing, I understand that this Pinocchio is out of box, but I felt like it was still a good one to pick up because it was only $50 when this guy normally goes for like $120 to $150. And so just for fun, I went for it. Now remember, we saw this in episode 1, actually, the same guy had it at his booth. And at the time, I was just so excited about getting the figures in box, I was like, I don't need one out of box, but it turns out the Pinocchio is a pretty hard pop to find. So to get this one here, I feel like is a pretty good way to start off with Pinocchio, and maybe in the future we'll be able to get a new box or find a Pinocchio in box. But for now, this is the one that we're gonna be having in the collection, so let's put it with the rest of them. And now let's get going to the next place I wanted to take you guys. And just like that, everybody, we have made it. And it's also the first time they've ever run this before, so I seriously am curious what kind of booths they're gonna have. It's pretty exciting. And also to keep you guys up to speed, we are looking for the Woody as well as Sully. Fingers crossed they have both of those. Or if I'm gonna be honest, at least one. And now the first booth that I ran into with a lot of Disney stuff is this one here, and I'm noticing that they do have Sully with Boo, which is the newer version and not the one that we need, but then we also have like Hank, Dory, the original Nemo, which is really cool, as well as a bunch of Disney princesses. And then also looking over here, we've got some other stuff like Goonies, Space Jam, a lot of really awesome figures. And then if you check it out in the back there, they've got Jafar, which could be one that we go back for later if we can't find any of the original ones. And then it looks like they actually have more figures on the other side, and if you come up here, they've got some Disney ones like Maleficent, Chase, as well as Belle with birds, and like I think just animals in general. And then we've got Jasmine as well as Stitch on People Mover, which is a little hard to see, but he's definitely back there. Now guys, we came across another booth with some pretty awesome pops. It is MDK Collects, and they've got a lot of figures, and I'm also noticing that if you look on the far side there, guys, they have the Mickey Mouse. Now I'm not seeing too many Disney ones at the moment, but I did run into this one here, guys, the original Penguin from the DC Universe set. This one is really cool, maybe a set that we could do in the future, because take a look on the back. I've got some of these, but definitely not all of them. And so I don't know, once we finish off this Disney one, maybe we could do this, but we still have to find the 2. I can't be looking in the future yet. Oh, and I ran into another Disney one over here, guys. It is the Diamond Sorcerer Mickey, really cool to see. Now here is a crazy table, guys. Check this out. They've got like a lot of older figures and protectors. We've got like Tinkles and Ghosts in a Jar, Gru, Lieutenant Starbuck, And then over here, check it out, we've got like some Dark Knight ones, the Joker, Batman, Pocahontas, Winnie the Pooh, and then the epic Mickey Mouse, as well as like the Book of Life. And I know that this one goes for a crazy amount. Actually, yeah, it says right there 200, and it seems like they don't have any of them still, but I figure we should be checking spots like this where they've got older figures. Now we came across another booth with a lot of interesting stuff. Like over here they have the Ramones, and if you'll notice, one of them is a little bit newer than the others. But the thing that I really wanted to show you guys was over here. Take a look, guys. Another one that we've seen Eve and Wally together. Guys, we just ran into this one over here. It's the first time I've ever seen it in person. It is the die-cast Mickey Mouse. Take a look at this. I mean, it is a really clean sculpt on this thing. And I don't know, might be a little bit controversial, but I kind of like the common ones more than the chases. They just look so great like this. Now, everybody, we came across the mypops.ca booth where they do have some really great figures over here, like Tinkerbell I noticed, as well as Peter Pan and Pan's Shadow. And then if you guys want to check out some more expensive stuff, we've got like Deep Space Suit from Iron Man 3, Stan Lee with the Fan Expo Canada shirt, as well as the Golden Freddy idol over here, limited to 1,600 pieces. And then doing some more digging, I noticed a bunch of other like Disney stuff. And then over here, check this out, they even have their own exclusives here in Canada.
Now, as you can tell, I didn't find any from the original 12, but I did, however, grab 2 older Disney figures I needed for my collection. And I could show you those later, but for right now, it's Sunday, which means we have to go to the flea market.
And if you guys don't know, they have a lot of booths with Funko Pops. Like there are probably hundreds, if not thousands of different ones in here. Now this here, guys, is one of the bigger booths that has Pops, as you can see by the wall behind me. And they've got their Disney section here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not seeing any of those original ones. They do have stuff like Stitch over here, which is one of the ones, but not this exact figure, of course. But yeah, it was worth a check. Now, everybody, we came over to King Dave's Collectibles, and I asked if they had any, and he went to go look for something. I said, Sully or Woody, and he said they got a bunch of Toy Story ones, so this could be good. Now, I'm just hoping it's the original one and not the 20th anniversary one. Fingers crossed. Yeah, see, some of those ones are the newer ones. Yeah, that Buzz is 20th again. Okay, so we did a bit of digging, and we found out that they only have the 20th anniversary Woody and Buzz. They don't actually have the original ones, but it was still worth a check, and we got really close on that. And now, even though they didn't have them, I figure we might as well check over here in their Disney section, because maybe there's something else that we're looking for. Like Tinkerbell's cool. We've got like Belle, Cogsworth, Carl, and then like the Series 2 Jack Skellington, but so far we've got all these. All right, now even though they didn't have anything that we were looking for from the original set, I still did get some cool figures. And I guess we'll start with this one here, the Jafar, that I was able to get for a pretty decent price. I got it from B&B Collectibles, and I swear the first time I went around it had a $200 sticker, but then when I went back it said $185. And then I asked them what was the best price you could do on it, and they gave it to me for $150. So seriously, thank you guys, because I got this for a pretty decent deal. And I do understand that this is for a later set than the one that I'm working on, but I do think it was a great figure to pick up because I don't see Jafar hardly anywhere. Like, this might be the first time I've ever seen him in person for probably like the last 4 or 5 years. And if you guys want to see what this set is looking like on the back, there it is. Some pretty nice figures, and I do actually already have a good amount of them, but we are still nowhere near completing this, so Jafar was a good bonus for the collection. And then the other figure that I picked up while I was there was Chernabog, and this one here is actually from Series 4, so again, not Series 1. But again, very similar to Jafar, it's one of those figures that I don't see very often. And taking a look on the back here, I actually have, again, a pretty good amount of them. And some of you guys might remember in episode 2, when we tried to finish off the collection over at Comic-Con, I was able to get Sorcerer Mickey, which is, I believe, one of the most expensive from the set. I believe it's actually Sorcerer Mickey and the Mayor are like top 2. So not too shabby, and I still think that these were some really great additions to the collection. And also, I do want to point out that the boxes are in really, really nice condition, and when it comes to older figures like this from all the way back in 2013, I mean, they're pretty hard to find.
Well, everyone, I think this hunt was a pretty big success. Sure, we didn't finish the set, but we definitely got closer. And with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow.